Nothing is better than a family. I'm glad I have a family. I'm glad I have a family.
Franke of YouTube's 8 Passengers fame and her business partner Jodi Hildebrandt were arrested in southern Utah August 31st after police say 2 of Franke's children were found hungry and hurt.
In this video, we will be going over all of the footage of the discovery of both of Ruby Franke's children. This is going to be the full footage of both and in order. Now, these are some evidence photos that were taken from Jodi's home, and it appears that this is the bedroom where Ruby Franke slept, because from her journals we know that she actually tied R to her. And in these photos we see that she left rope right next to her bedside. Now, the neighbor that called 911 for R was not the first house that he went to for help. So this is a video of one of the neighbors that he went to before he made it to that neighbor's. Now, you'll see that R knocks on this neighbor's door several times, but in the footage you can hear they're playing music pretty loudly, which is why I had to mute it. So that's likely why they didn't hear that R was at their door. Now, we know from Ruby's journals that this is not the first time that R ran from Jodi's home. So can you imagine how scared he must have been just trying to find someone that would help him, and thank God the other neighbors would eventually answer their door. R is in nothing but socks, shorts, and a long sleeve button up, and I can imagine just how hot it must have been that day. We also know that when law enforcement arrived to Jodi's home, she was on her phone with her lawyer, and that Ruby called Kevin asking him to come get the children. So I really wonder if they realized that R was missing and just immediately knew that the police were about to be called and they were about to be caught. So we're going to speed through the rest of this footage because R does stand here for a little while. Now, after R walks off, we are going to go to the Ring doorbell footage from the neighbor who did call 911. And the timestamp on the Ring doorbell footage was around 10:45 a.m.
Answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Yes.
Hi, I was just wondering if you could do 2 favors.
Well, what are they?
Taking me to the nearest police station. Well, actually, just one's fine.
Well, what's going on, son? Have a seat there.
It's personal business.
Have a seat. What's your name? How'd you get here?
Now, this was the end of the first clip that the Washington County Prosecutor's Office shared. So from here, it's going to go to a second clip.
He's hungry and he sat up with a pair of stocking feet. So he escaped.
We need the police here now.
They're on the line.
You know how many hours you do that? Okay.
I hear a car, but they're not coming in the driveway. But he has duct tape around
Big
his ankle.
injuries. There's sores around them.
Yeah, there's sores around him. I think there's a good chance he's been...
He also has
and he has it
around
around
his
his
wrist
ankle.
as well.
I mean, his wrist as well. Okay, this boy has been...
Needs immediate attention. Oh, you were such a good kid.
This kid is obviously been... I think he's been...
This is the end of the second clip they shared, so now the next clip is when the ambulance arrives.
No, they're just not getting out of the truck. Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye. These folks are gonna examine you.
That was the end of the Ring doorbell footage, and now we're going to look at body cam footage from one of the officers of the EMT stating she wants to cry.
I'll take more. If you want me to, just send them to you.
Now the next footage they share is going to be inside the ambulance.
How did you get the ropes on you? Who did them? You're not in trouble with me, okay? We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Our main focus right now is you, okay? Who put the ropes on you? Supposed to help you what?
Hey, I'm Sergeant Tolber. I'm going to just get a few pictures. Are you okay with that?
This is another evidence photo that was found inside Jodi Hildebrandt's home. This is an additional video they shared, and this is R walking through the cemetery picking up glass and garbage. And if you remember from Ruby's journal entries, she mentioned a woman that approached them while they were doing this, asking them what they were doing and why they were there, and Ruby said that this woman was taking pictures and videos. So this may have been her video footage, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, who? Okay, this one. So what's your name?
Where
It's
is
like
she
Jodi Hildebrandt. So she said she lives over here. I was like, all right. It's like, well, I'm just on the phone with my sergeant right now. Like, we're going to try to find the kid for you.
We need to identify that house, and if there's 2 other kids there, we need to go do a security sweep of that house and help them.
12X1711. Can you head over here to the road?
Now we're going to look at the footage where officers discover E in Jodi Hildebrandt's home.
You come in, my buddy. I'm a police officer. Are you going for the union here? Hey, you okay? Is this just you in here? I'm Sergeant Tobler. What's your name? I just have one. Where's your sister at?
Officers initially thought E was a boy because Ruby had shaved her head.
Contact one. You okay? Huh? You doing okay? You don't want to talk to me?
Now, E's silence alone lets you know just how scared she is. And I'm sure Ruby and Jodi had convinced them that law enforcement was evil.
That's okay. Can you come with me though? We got Jodi out here. You know Jodi? She's outside with us. You take your time, bud. I'm in no hurry. I'm a police officer. Did you know that? I don't mean to hurt you at all. You doing okay? Are you scared? Yeah? You're okay. Do you need help? You want to come with me? No? I'm not going to hurt you. Promise. See this right here? It's a badge. It tells me I don't hurt people. I'm just here to make sure you're okay. You're in no way in any trouble. I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to make sure you're okay. And I get if you're scared. I would be too. Okay? You want to come with me?
That's the end of the first footage. Here's the next one.
I'm just gonna sit down. It's okay if I just sit here with you. We don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Okay? I'll just sit here with you.
Now, the next footage they share is going to come from 2 hours later, and E is still in this closet. Now, they are playing music during this portion, so I am going to mute this part, and we're going to cut to where the officer brings E something to eat. Now, the officer brings E some pizza and some soda, and roughly about a minute later, she does start to eat. That's the end of that footage, and then they share this footage from about an hour later. E is still in the closet, and this portion is muted, so we're going to speed through it to the next body cam footage.
You don't want to talk? Okay. There's nothing at all you want to talk about at all? It's okay to talk to me. Are you scared? What?
The next clip comes from roughly 15 minutes later, and in total, it takes over 4 hours to get E to leave this closet.
So can we carry you from there? It's the right choice. I promise. Pinky promise. We helped your brother. And we got him some help too. And that's what we want to do for you. Is we want to get you some help too. We are safe. We will not hurt you, and we won't do anything to hurt you.
Now, for the rest of this footage, all the way to the end, they have this portion muted, so we're going to speed through this portion. But eventually, they do get E feeling comfortable enough to leave this closet. 4.5 hours later. That is how scared E was. The audacity that Ruby Franke had to say to her husband Kevin in their jail phone call that this whole situation was being exaggerated and blown out of proportion. I honestly feel like to this day that Ruby Franke doesn't believe she did anything wrong. I knew from the beginning that they were going to try to pin all of this onto Jodi and that Ruby was brainwashed. And while some of that may be true, we know from her journals that she had first-hand knowledge and first-hand experience with what happened to her own children. Now, Ruby and Jodi were both charged with 6 counts of CA, but in their plea agreement, it got knocked down to 4. And the max sentence you can serve on each count is 1 to 15 years. They are serving those consecutively, which means they could serve up to 30 years total because in the state of Utah, the max penalty is 30 years. So the maximum sentence she can serve is 30 years, and ultimately that will be up to the parole board.